Hello. Welcome back again, folks. How's everyone doing? Another fine day for a bit of, there we go, responsiveness and disco. Let's do it. If I recall, yeah, second day. Kind of looking forward to 9 p.m. to sleep because we've lost Kim and the pry bar, unfortunately. What on earth was that noise? Okay, that was weird. So we were gonna investigate.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
We're going to investigate the Union drug trafficking, not particularly to give the information to whatever her name is, Karen, but to gain leverage. I don't like Everett. He's vile.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin.
I think
Belongings, stickers, insignia.
I think we checked this before.
Fumes of heavy fuel oil waft over you, making your eyes sting.
I don't really want to talk to him right now. Wait, is she maybe super spaced out because she's partaking?
Still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands.
We can't do anything about the radio. Not that we necessarily should anyway. So that, there we go. I couldn't remember how to get across. Probably not much point talking to you.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Can't tell what I see in his eyes. Gonna have to talk to him, aren't I? Let's try.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again? Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Wait, how long has this been going on then? Have we not asked this?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so. Apples?
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Sounds like a cover story to me.
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges.
Ancient rights and privileges.
Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular, Koiko-picked apples.
Koiko may be another derogative for a person from Grad, you think.
Oh, so they grow apples in Grad?
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow them down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life.
Well, there we go then. Yekokata is not in the south and they definitely don't grow apples there.
Yeah? Says who?
It's literally in the name, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe.
Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos. They're everywhere, except their own homes.
You keep saying koikos. What does that actually mean?
You know, Gradniks, Gradvolk. The degenerates from God.
Okay, but why the word Koiko?
Cause that's what they're all called. Koiko Pichik, Loslav Koiko, Koikovic someone. Low self-esteem those guys have. Mind you, they look Occidental, but they're not really like us.
Right, so yeah, it's an ethnic slur. Ethnic slur. Yeah.
Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise?
So, can I see the apples?
Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides, even if I did have some, I wouldn't go putting my nose
Got
in
XP for
them.
that?
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling, even if it is something unsavory. So he'd remain unaccountable.
Maybe this, though. You said something about the rights and privileges of lorrymen?
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
Wait, what's a carter?
Someone with a cart. What did
Oh.
you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches. Before machines.
And that's a privilege?
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Very prestigious.
So it's a kind of union.
Hell no. It's a guild. Invitation only. Unions work for the rich fucks. They're basically the same. Been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit, but you can't replace experience. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter.
Alright. Fine. What have we got? Still don't know what this is. No idea. Very vague. Possibly intentionally. Strange doors in the whirling. No one knows where they lead. Find a way in. Armored gloves. That's over the bridge. We need to wait till tomorrow. Find a working firearm that shoots the ammo. Should we try some buzzers? Is it time?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. East Delta Commerce Center? This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
It's not to the main hall.
You ring the doorbell, but no one answers. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Boxing gym.
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call.
24-hour window.
You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens.
Emma's Fashion Atelier.
You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call.
Fabron's Taxi.
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore.
Probably fucking Kuno. Slipstream Scar.
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything. You can almost hear them breathe.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly.
Wait, hold on. Tricentennial Electrics? I thought I was calling Slipstream.
My God,
Sorry?
it's you. My God, I didn't think I would hear your voice.
Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it.
Okay.
No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Who are you? Where are you?
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
I kind of want to go with the drama. Of course I care. It's just that I've been going through some tough time.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
What the hell?
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Oh God, please don't cry.
She doesn't answer.
You said it was nice. What's so nice about forgetting?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
I get it. You don't want to talk to me. No one ever wants to talk to me.
Another seagull passes by.
Damn.
It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box. An old
That was weird.
East Delta Commerce Center. This must
Fortress
be the name of
accident.
the commercial. Silence. No one's home at
River
Fortress
Sholai
Accident.
City. That's the basement it's got to be.
Silence.
Yeah, no one
No
there.
one answers the doorbell.
Oh, the Wellingham Rags is over there. East Delta Pinball.
Silence. No one answers your call.
Empty card.
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Main hall.
An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell.
Oh.
Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
Oh, okay.
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
We're just gonna... Yeah. Oh, Plaisance, it's me. I'm investigating the doomed commercial area, just like we discussed.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
Okay.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Let's try the whirling.
Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
Well, that was not very helpful. How? Because we heard the woman in the chimney. But climbing in the chimney seems like a bad idea. Oh, wait. We didn't check this after turning it off.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Try to crack the lid.
You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip.
Still need a pry bar.
Come in handy here.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time.
I shall be trying to remember to check this again before going to bed.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi would have a pry bar in his kanema, but he's not here right.
I'm not going to crank it just in case that does bad things.
Only the red cable is plugged into the breaker box, while the black one lies neglected.
Yeah. The other one was for the fridge. Which is no real... Well, we don't need to leave it on, but we don't need to turn it off either.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Why would I want to smear my hands with coal? Kick it.
A hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
That was dumb. I didn't think I'd kick it that hard. God damn it. Why'd you kick it that hard, you twat? Right, let's go through once more, see if we can find anywhere else. But I currently don't really know how to get up there. Whoops. I guess I should... Wait, where's the flashlight? Why do I not have the flashlight today? Where's it gone? Actually, where's it gone? What? Alright. Something's not right there. Weird. But okay.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles.
We checked that out. We checked it out enough.
Your flashlight's like some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections.
Check the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Check the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50.
51 or 52 right now?
Daily Minimi and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
Keep reading. What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region. Looks like they didn't make it. A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Check the notes.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe. The full text reads, Heat Death of the Universe is the new black. Another note says, the biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
Okay, so it is just big RPG nerds hang out. Got it. I was gonna wait for
The
Kim.
dusty radio computer sleeps on its wired frame, forgotten and unused.
Let's turn it
The
on.
keyboard has the machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
Uh-oh.
This is where the machine's memory should go.
Press play.
Nothing happens.
Expected.
Something's missing. There's no tape in the player.
And print.
Nothing happens.
Got it. We need a tape. Wait. I don't know if I actually have things there or not now. What happened? Did I not get the reel from my room at the start of the game? No? Wait. Have I been here? Maybe not. Postcard. Oh, hi. Dice. Lots and lots of dice. Lots of dice. Big nerd. Alright.
Hello, I'm Nia.
Bird-like woman on a throne of tools. Emerald light shines through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
Is this the woman who responded? She's right next to the... Is that the chimney going through her room?
So what kind of die are you looking for?
Huh.
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Good shout. What do you mean by milieu?
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
She's just listening into other people's radio conversations? You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice? I mean, I like dice, but it's not the time or the place, and I'm not exactly overburdened with cash.
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Do we do that? I guess that goes along with working out if she's the entity, right? Which she probably is. I'm not interested in buying dice right now. I'm a police officer and I need to ask some questions.
Of course, I can see that. I just thought you were a police officer looking for dice. How else can I help you then?
This person means you or no one else. Absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly.
Huh. Okay.
No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide.
Let's
Ask
go in.
what you need.
How did you become a dice maker? Hmm. Let's go with that first. It's the most important one, even though it feels rude, but we are a police officer. What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here.
Seriously? You've got a great view of the courtyard and you didn't see or hear anything Sunday night.
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
I think we know what the daily ruckus means. And you never took your eyes off the work to look out of the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
True.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
This person values focus above all. She keeps her sharp sight on the instruments before her.
I see. Thank you for your answers.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
Hey, where are we anyway? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal-black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Do you know what happened to other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
She's been here a while? Maybe that's what Kumo needs. Community-centric boxing club. Probably would do him good.
Kuno. Who's Kuno?
He's a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth?
Yeah, that one.
Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
How did that project work out? Feels like an obvious answer, but
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
was it?
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Okay.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
Found a I mean, these are interesting, but what's up with the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff medias. Who would have guessed?
What's the snuff, Milia?
Hmm.
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Cool, very cool about the debris. But what's a snuff milia?
It's a Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Fuck.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that, as if it's just another piece of information to lay out for the world.
That's horrible. Were they arrested?
I believe the ICP got them. They have a special division that deals exclusively with Sub Rosas.
It's the Copperpedia reporting in. ICP stands for International Collaboration Police.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, I don't think it's your job to worry about what happens on Milius. I probably shouldn't have even mentioned it. Things like that are better forgotten.
I had other questions. I don't think we want to go through every single one of these.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
How about more directly to this? I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Two or four. I don't know why the bookstore hasn't gone bankrupt yet. That's what I'm here to investigate. It's not really what I'm here to investigate, but I am curious now that's an option. But actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in racks? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
No, the whirling isn't doing well either. Its waitress just took off, and customers have trouble paying bills. It looks like it's doing alright, though. Doesn't really look like it's cursed.
And then there is me.
All kinds of tools lie scattered, knives, files, wire cutters. Wire cutters? Interesting dice.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
I'll be the first to admit that there are many inconsistencies in this so-called curse.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
No, come on.
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Starting to see that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring.
Ain't it just?
But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see. Plaisance is not going to like what you have to tell her.
Ooh. We literally need a 12 to win to get it. Do we try? Let's try and get some knowledge on her first. How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like RPGs yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a
Fair.
steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
True that. True that.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
Also true. Can we order a die from you?
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
I don't think I actually want to buy a die. I don't actually know what die I want.
How about an amber dye?
A poor man's gold?
Who told you amber was cheap? It's beautiful, really, and has been treasured since the ancient times.
Why do I feel like I want to die?
For 7 real, I'll craft you a 13-sided die from a piece of amber with a fossilized insect. It's perfect for those who can't seem to let go of their past.
That doesn't describe me, but that does seem to describe Harry here. That sounds like me.
I had a feeling.
I'm going to trust her instincts. It's a deal. Fuck it.
Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
Didn't get me any closer to succeeding on this, though. Here we go.
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Start taking off your clothes. I don't think so.
She has begun to idly clean one of her carving tools with a dirty kerchief. The tool's sharp edge shining in the light
Let's
of
go
the desk lamp.
learn about Guillaume.
Guillaume Le Million. Bad news. Guillaume Le Million did not become a cop. In 38, he went on a tour to the Sinyao province in Safre, where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation. His body was found hanging from a decorative dragon tree in his junior suite amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects, and the Sylvia Trainer single Wonderland skipping in the background.
Unwholesome
And yes, you can take
objects?
this as a metaphor for Revachol in the 30s, and also as a warning.
All psyche learning caps go up. +1 pain threshold. Blood oxygen is boring. Because of the autoerotic asphyxiation. Got it. Alright. Alright. Interesting. Well... well, that's for red checks only. General pain threshold apparently can go quite high. Problem is, it's far too easy with this many skills to spread yourself too thin. So, I think I'm going hard into this row of skills right now. Drama might be helpful. Rhetoric. Or just raw logic. No, I picked rhetoric, right? We should... Yeah. Yeah. I think that's where we're going to stick a lot of points. Okay. Let's go talk to her then. and confirm she is actually scared of nothing. Huh. Filament memory. Oh, we're saving that for Kim. He's gonna appreciate that. Wait, how did we get out of here? I was down here. Remains of the 24-hour window repair shop. Should I have learned more? I don't think so. Nice flavor, maybe. But ultimately, I got the hint. My torch reappeared. It's got an icon again. Hurrah.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Neha, and she's a novelty, or Neha. She's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman, like you.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down.
Yeah, we kind of played along with it, I guess, which is our bad, but still.
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Oh god, I don't know. I think she might need a dose of reality, though. I think playing along is fun, but there is no curse because there are too many inconsistencies.
Too many inconsistencies. What kind of talk is that?
Good luck persuading her. Some people can rationalize anything.
First, you're one of those inconsistencies.
I am not doing as well as it looks like I am. I only have my Simone's wards to thank for the protection they provide.
As I said, she's a novelty dice maker. Her business has been up and running for a long time now.
Yes, because her business consists of the psychic leech that's been feeding the curse. I see that you've fallen for her manipulation, Detective. The investigation is over. I just hope that you haven't made anything worse by going in there. Thank you for nothing. Please do buy some books or be on your way.
Alright.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now.
Yeah.
There was never any other way this could have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind.
Alright, you enjoy that. Boosh. No, I'm not buying your books. Not really a murder, crime, mystery novel fan, to be honest. Can do without that. But you, kid, you seem sensible. Ah, but I can't tell you. But I don't think she believes in the curse either way. So I suppose it doesn't matter. Where? Who? What? I need... Who did make the call? My badge. Call Alice back. That's on a... Ah, the clock means it's on a timer. Got it. Should probably talk to about 2 people about them for this. What? What? Style your paperwork. No, we're not doing that. Find the vehicle used. Yeah, well. Apartment 28, some point after 9. Gonna have to do that tomorrow now. Want to do that with Kim. Or maybe not. Got 16 good cop, bad cop. Interesting. When did I get 2 fascist? God damn it. Really proving our authority. Secret passages, maybe? We could look. Let's look for them. We can't just go knocking every single random door. We have no reason to. We can go investigate the whirling. Whirly whirl. I may have some tear to sell as well.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent...
Right, we couldn't get in there.
Just a moment.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Good day, Mom. Everything alright?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Wait, what's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Okay. Why do you need to use the phone anyway?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Is she by any chance senile?
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully. But you have more important things to worry about.
What is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps.
Oh, but
He said they'd be back on Monday.
they
What
can't.
could be keeping them?
They can't cross.
The waterlock, that was broken. Could this be it?
The waterlock to the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the waterlock?
I mean, these are both true. Wouldn't you know, it's blocked by a big butter billboard. Fell? It didn't fall. You may not believe it, but it looks like some maniac crashed his motor carriage into it.
Oh, sweetie. If it weren't for you, I'd be looking forward to another sleepless night.
Solved it.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Nice.
Listen, sweetie, I hate to ask, but if your investigation happens to take you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Sure.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect. Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the waterlock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here. When or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Tell me more about Morel. Looks, character, your relationship.
Oh dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
What does he look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
You can't go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. If you want to find her husband, you'll need more concrete information.
Let's try again. If I were trying to meet him on the street, what would I look for?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even. One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
How long have you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
How did you meet?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
Okay. I think I have all the information. Let's move on.
I hope I've been useful.
Tell me more about this rare insect your husband is looking for.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
No, I want to hear about it.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
Ah yes, Phasmatodia, a diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially. Oh yeah, here comes the interesting.
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence, it's named the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering it with us, officer.
There's a touch of awe in the way she enunciates the creature's name.
What makes you think the phasmid is around here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reed saw one.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
So a newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have?
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insil Indian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
You seem really excited about this cryptid.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insil Indian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Does it have cool powers?
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries, even.
Okay, what's so special about this stick bug then?
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Feels like she's already told us this about her husband being a scientist, but
Oh, yes. A zoologist.
I mean, it's in her title.
Cryptozoologist, to be
Yeah,
more
he's a
precise.
cryptozoologist.
It's really just a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
The quality of research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline, but you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced by the academic elite.
Yeah, maybe you could convince. Yeah, just tell me more about some cool cryptids.
There's
Yeah.
really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Hey, Lena, I'd like to hear about some of the cryptids you've studied. Cryptid. Anyway, could you just tell me about a couple of them?
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too.
The 8 pen. Come on. What's the biggest cryptid?
That would be the giant of Kokonur. The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast Kokonur desert in South Samara, casting a strange light across the barren wastes.
Yeah, what do you mean strange light?
Mirage or psychogenous luminance.
And just how big is it?
No one knows for sure. It is like an awful mountain appearing from below the horizon and expanding to cover almost a third of your field of vision.
Okay.
The towering luminosity of Kokonur is a bad omen in local folklore. Some say it's a fata morgana, others, fate unimaginable. That's what makes it so peculiar. A species surviving at the very limits of scientific law. The giant of Kokonur must be the largest animal the planet can support. There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget. Some say a gravity anomaly below the Kokonur desert might allow the creature to grow to these gargantuan sizes.
Isn't that the story for King Kong or something? I don't know.
Great. This is great shit. You need more. Gravity anomaly. Digging it. Digging this parascientific stuff right here.
What's the tiniest cryptid?
Cryobacter catlensis.
Cryobacter catalensis?
Yes, a unicellular bacterium that was discovered in one of the northernmost points of Kotla on the Boreal Plateau by renowned geologist Caitlin Mijanou some 70 years ago. The bacterial colony Mijanou found had remained alive while frozen in ice for longer than anyone could reliably estimate, certainly from before recorded history. Mijanou disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study, no doubt in hopes of prolonging her own life.
She injected herself with it?
Yes, the bacteria had survived in the ice since times immemorial. It is not hard to see where she could have gotten the idea.
Immortal bacteria, immortal geologist. It's too wild.
Wild, yes. Impossible? No. Although, everything has a price, sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
After Mijanou treated herself with the bacteria, she stopped aging, but also became increasingly eccentric and irascible, so that even her oldest friends were forced to pull away. We can assume that she has been living somewhere in the wilderness for decades now, all alone except for the Cryobacter catalensis coursing through her bloodstream.
And what's the most dangerous?
The gnome of Jeroma.
Gnome of Jeroma. Doesn't sound too bad.
Oh, it is. None of his victims survived. Grieving relatives never even found their bodies because the gnome's venom dissolved organic tissue.
What did it look like?
It was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead and a ungainly little thing. Quite scary to look at. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped it in tarpaulin to suffocate it. It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
Are there any photos of it?
Alas, no. And the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde, thinking that would detoxify the gnome's venom. Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end, perhaps, but a real loss for science.
Alas, always alas, and then it was gone. Isn't that overly convenient?
Seems very convenient that it just disappeared and nothing like it was ever seen again.
I understand your skepticism, but that's what happens with things that are rare and stand out. Their disappearance is most memorable, and they are least likely to be found again.
Okay, this has been educational. Sadly, we need to discuss something else.
Of course, dear.
That's all for now, ma'am.
Can I help you?
No drink.
The door is closed.
Knock.
There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on, somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
Why are you doing this? Don't do this to me.
The door is mute and indifferent. Your despair is a joke to it.
Knock again.
Still no answer.
We'll leave. We'll probably injure ourselves if we go for much harder. We are apparently quite weak and fragile. Can we try it again?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Ooh. Chain cutters to fix the faucet. Let's get the chain cutters first. In our hand. And try that again.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face. The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
I didn't lose the chain cutters. Open lock containers. Wait, maybe I can? Wait. I thought they'd be pry bar things, but chain cutters might also do it. Has the song changed? I want to go for the one up in the dockyard first. Really want to press that button. Seems like such an obviously bad idea. Okay. Ooh. Valve Ultra Series gloves. For ultimate performance efficiency, these Valve Ultra Series gloves come fingerless and with a grippy padding covering the palms, making these ideal for quadrupedal movement or for lifting cargo. +1 half-light? What do my current gloves give? Interfacing. Interesting. Alright, what else can we get? That was good. I'm still curious what moving the thing left or right would achieve. If I at least knew it was going to do something useful, I might try it. There's a definite chance it doesn't even do anything. Where else then did we see things? In the back end of the yard? Was one. Don't need to interact with you. Why do I feel like I want to get in there? Is it not in here? Feel like there's stuff I could find right now. I just don't know where it is. Balcony took us upstairs. We're not just kicking down doors. Exit, balcony. Smash window. Let's try old fucko friend again, see if she wants to talk. Probably not.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
No, later, Cindy. Anything in the room? Huh? Is that because I have the chain cutters, I guess? Can't interact with anything up there. Cindy's as helpful as I expected. Mailbox overflowing. Yeah, I noticed that. No one in there? Doesn't really matter, I guess. It's not the mystery we're here to solve. Oh, we can do that. Signal blue naval coat. +1 suggestion. This classic double-breasted coat suits everyone, including you. And if you ever find yourself battling winds at the helm of a ship, then the coat's heavy fabric has got your back, even if moths have left a few holes in it. Esprit de corps and shivers. Suggestion. We got it. I don't necessarily need to put it on right now. Did you have anything else?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
I could use a coat like that. The rain is freezing.
Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy.
Can't talk her out of a coat then. Got it.
What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day.
Nothing new. Okay, let's have another check round for the lorries. Nothing fresh there, right?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Cindy's artistic impulses are infectious. Let's try again. Why am I looking at it?
Yeah. Why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
Need more conceptualization. Are there any checks I can now do? That guy's gone. Map wall. Interfacing. I could try it. I'm not going to try and lift that. I mean, succeeding on them probably gets me some XP. But that doesn't necessarily make it worth it. Not down here. No bridging.
The crumpled Samaran butter billboard still soaks in the canal.
Probably shouldn't just mess with it.
A rusting control. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed Samaran butter sign in the way. Pulling the...
No. No. Let's not.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Shopkey, what's this?
A classic set. The figurines represent the 5th century Franco-Nigerian cavalry.
Blue uniforms?
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Looks like Rene, the old guy who was playing petanque.
That they do. The uniforms are precisely the same. Some even have the same shaped medals pinned to their chests.
These must be royalist soldiers, right?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
This guy's so creepy. Figures in rags.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It's meant to give people hope. Even we can do it.
Maybe.
Didn't help though.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes. A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
The light's buzzing resembles the purring of a cat. It seems very much at home here. What a shirt. All other shirts pale in comparison to the muscular man with antlers and immense Zweihanders. The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar.
How much are you selling it for?
2 real.
That's very cheap for a printed t-shirt that's still in pretty good shape.
That's unusually cheap, isn't it?
It should belong to anyone who is ready to wear it.
Couldn't you just give it to me for free then?
But why?
Because I'm a broke cop without a cent to my name?
I sympathize, I do. But this is a for-profit enterprise.
Sniff.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay. But please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
Uh-huh.
You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
Buying it.
Welcome to Hjelmdal, officer.
Okay. Physical instrument, shivers, -2 authority. I have a feeling my authority is thoroughly tanked now. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't have 0 authority. But I'll do that. I regret my choice. I regret buying it. Shit. I didn't have 2 to waste. That was a dumb thing to do. Oh well. Maybe I can sell it to somebody. Actually, I could have sold stuff to him. Never mind. Don't think I have an inventory limit.
There are clothes in...
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes.
How about some premium class service over here? Like paying with net worth. Go over and ask him if you can do that. Save the economy. That sounds off.
Save the economy? What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
This doesn't make any sense. Why exactly does the economy need saving?
Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods just sitting there, not getting bought? We've got to keep the flow of goods moving. Is this really the economy we want to leave to our children?
Wow. I don't know where to go on this. I want to say number 1 sarcastically. Fuck it.
That's the spirit. We've all got to do our part. Your part is to open the box and buy some clothes.
Browse.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
Find something worth salvaging?
No good. All you can come up with are some treated wool pants. You can tell they're too tight around your thighs and too loose around the waist.
Discard.
No luck? Why not take another look, officer?
Damn it.
Keep supporting the economy.
No, I do not want to buy the itchy pants.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth. Go over and ask him.
Rummage through.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils.
Awesome.
A UV magnifier.
Imagine.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Maybe some interesting sunglasses. We can 42%. Pair of water blue shades. Sub-insulindic rendezvous. Oh, hand carved out of bone.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster, Harry. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart.
Weird.
All is blue.
Oh. Hi, bye, Titan.
Alright, but these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being underwater. Yes, but they also make your soul quiver like jello. So deep.
Wow, officer. You look so cool. And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
No.
The speakers, you should go over and ask him about paying for those sneakers with your net worth.
Pay with my net worth.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
I can't.
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got
Is there a discount? Shut up. Is there a discount for cool officers like me?
No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off.
But did he first mark them up 100%, just so that he could put them on sale?
Are those things really on sale, or did you just jack up the price first?
My man, you know how the game is played. You and me, we should work together. What do you think? Shake things up? Anything for you.
I'm getting nothing out of this guy. Getting nothing full stop. Don't want to deal with Everett. Probably nothing new from this boy.
Right to work! Right to work!
No point talking to Meathead up top. Have you got anything?
Hola, Wandering Man.
Nope. Think I've got to kill time until 9 o'clock. And even then, I don't know. Do we talk to Matey or do we wait for Kim?
The tear machine stands in the... Your bottles clunk into the machine.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Did you know the man who died?
Not really.
Not really? Does it mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
How long has it been there?
I don't know, really long.
Alright.
Uh-huh.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak.
Not a good place for a recovering addict.
Guess not, no. I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Don't ask. Don't look. Don't do anything here. Just go away. Get back to work.
Is that gonna work? Do you sell any under-the-counter vices?
No, Frick only sells legal drugs, like the law says.
Go figure. Okay. I could go read a book then. Let's go do it in the whirling though, for the musics. Unless we try and... Don't think poking further with these guys in here is going to help us.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you the hardy girl?
I am not.
You could be, Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
What are you going to do to me?
What are we going to do to you? The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
Do we bust this now? I think... Fine. Are you Lizzie, Miss Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here.
Didn't do a thing.
Titus Hardy.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes. In the way she stands. In her face.
Easy Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
Anything else I missed?
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Want to talk about the hanging?
Again, just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
Damn it.
About fucking
I'm not going to try arresting him. It's going to go badly. I'll lose authority there. Matey?
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Do you know what's behind that door?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Nothing from you, yeah?
The note is written with a blue... The worn map features
Nothing there. Okay.
an intricate web of blue lines stretches. The pattern still kind of has an ethnic feel to it, but nothing familiar.
Who are you?
Gone.
Let's read our communism book then, I guess.
The face of King Freecell smiles at you. For some reason, the smile now strikes you as more forced than it did before.
Let's catch up on international developments.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You're not even sure where most of these countries are. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Less to it than I thought. Kunst and culture.
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture.
Why they decide to title this one section of Walder is beyond you.
It evokes a sense of recognition and fellowship among those privileged enough to understand. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective. The Tip Top Tournée is an inter-Isolari racing series, mostly known for its high speeds, ludicrous sponsorship deals, and high death toll. In Revachol, it's held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel racing circuit.
Let's read about CS.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Female. Okay. See what these communists have to say about Tip Top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colourful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
Wait, what's wrong with Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. So, all of it, basically.
Hang on, who wrote this stuff?
Oddly enough, this article has two bylines: Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
Why?
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms.
Yeah, but why? Likely anagrams. Well, one's got an X in it. What's wrong with a good motor crash? They just keep it interesting.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
No, I'm pretty sure I like it for the racing.
Sure, you think that, but subconsciously, it's the visions of brand names being engulfed in flames that you crave.
Guess I've never thought about it that much.
That's because you haven't been reading critically. But don't worry. The whole point of these sorts of articles is to let someone else read critically for you.
Thus defeating the point.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Local concerns.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer G. Martin accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
God, that fucking centrist answer. Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous.
The writer G. Martin remarks dryly that capitalists love wealth redistribution, so long as it's only redistributed upward. It's true, the rentiers have been bleeding you dry. You really ought to find your own place one of these days. You flip back to the front of the magazine.
20 real a night. Pretty expensive. Alright. Well, we read all of that now. We can read this.
You stare at the now familiar black and white rainbow in cold
Reading.
prose. The author described the Yugo-Grad
We've seen this, right?
as ethnic it would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure?
I think I might have enough pain tolerance to go with it now. Let's read 10 more pages. Oh, morale. Hey. Oh, and health.
They go through a brief and somewhat awkward love affair. And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the absurdity of Gradian life. The man becomes a lens grinder, completely abandoning his former existence. He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka Polyfabricate. Happiness and fulfillment have eluded him his whole life. And in the end, he has nothing to do but dedicate himself to the craft.
And the woman?
She spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor in a Sosnovo fish processing plant. The smell of fish guts slowly seeps into her hair and skin, as every single one of her dreams dies, one by one. The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers ceaselessly until the end of their days. Years pass in solitude, their bodies growing ever more decrepit.
Why can't I put this book away?
As life leaves their remains between the soil sheets, their final thoughts are filled with regret.
Oh, well, now I'm out of stuff to read. Kuno? I guess. How does she turn the shower on if she's there? Can I check that again for anything?
There are 8 pairs of tracks in the mud. 3 stick out. But you won't get far without the lieutenant here to bounce thoughts off of. Where could he be right now? The asphalt passing underneath the front wheels of his motor carriage at a high speed.
Fuck does Kuno care?
About the body?
The fuck about it?
Oh, we already know that. You threw rocks at him, right?
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Contusion is a bruise. I'm talking about the marks your stones left on the corpse.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing? This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here. You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
More about the crime scene?
Yeah, the kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it?
What's in the greenhouse?
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kit is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmarar.
Wait.
Not so much anymore.
Wait. The gardener used to work there?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
Should I check out the greenhouse? She's not actually a gardener.
The fuck does this have to do with the Kuno? Kuno doesn't give a shit who she is.
What about the trash container?
Don't be wondering about Kuno's shit, pig.
Perhaps might have stashed something more in that container.
Yes, absolutely. Why the fuck are you telling this shit to Kuno?
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
About your shack.
The fuck do you want with it?
What's with the pig head?
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Forget it, I'm not saying those things. Like some kind of a musician?
Yeah, Kuno plays on snuff radio, fucks pigs, live, fucks their heads off. Kuno's a cop killer.
Found a plate covered with powder. Know anything about it?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
Uh-huh.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come into Kuno doesn't...
Yeah, whatever. You're a lovely person. Yeah, I don't see a reason to get in there. What about Kuno S?
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
What are those strange words you use, girl?
I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
You there, behind the fence.
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
Nothing?
I'll die before I
Converse.
squeal. Murder was the case they gave me.
Alright. Zero helpful. Can I climb anywhere from the balcony? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm kind of out of ideas. Unless maybe the old guys?
Officer, the mere sight of police in Martinez
About the Union.
safer. Sure, officer. They are the good guys around here.
Are you a
What do you need?
caviar socialist?
I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in, officer.
Wait, how can you write those newspaper pieces if you're not political?
Officer, I have a vivid imagination. And like I said, I have a way with words. That's enough. No need to sink into politics.
He just fluffs it up.
Of course. Don't sink into anything. Don't sink into any fight. Only sink into your couch.
But you need to believe in something. Freedom, the people, Revachol, or even money.
I believe everyone has the right to think and do whatever they want. even if it's nothing at all. I'm very adaptable.
Mon Dieu.
Thank you, officer, for being a consummate professional.
What about
We'll have
Jean-Marie?
this case wrapped up in no time. Sweet, sweet Jenny. Ask away, officer. I knew her all my life.
So you both know her?
We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4. She was René's first girl back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be happy.
And then you stole her from me.
Stay out of it.
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
We were just boys then. This was different. You. No point starting this all over again. For the 1000th and the first time. Especially when we have company. Officer.
What happened to her?
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago. It was a quiet passage, peaceful. René and I were both by her bedside when she...
died. No use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back, will it now?
Departed. Until the very end she couldn't decide between us. The most indecisive woman I've ever met.
Why do you think she was indecisive?
She could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one of us to marry. She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married.
Nothing wrong with weighing your options first.
Heck, technically, we're both still engaged to her.
You always confused her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries.
Seduce me with pastries, please. Okay.
Of course, officer.
I'm not taking his sandwich.
I like playing in the dark. Sharpens your nocturnal instincts. Feels like being on recon again.
I understand Jean-Marie meant a lot to you.
There's nothing for you to understand here. It is not her death you are investigating.
Where was the photo of you two taken?
Revival Fair of 91 in the Faubourg district. A parade was held to honor Guillaume Le Lion's name day, and the Carabineers marched in the place of honor.
You looked happy in the picture, smiling.
This was the happiest day of my life.
What happened with you, Gaston, and Jean-Marie?
I was 22 when I returned from King Guillaume's Akira operation in the south, and found my sweetheart in the arms of this wretch.
The Ikeda operation was a 7-year campaign, during which Suzerain Guillaume's army forcefully united the people in the southeastern part of La Petite Continent, collectively known as the Ikeda tribes, under the Revacholian banner.
I won her back, but while I was dealing with some issues.
You were like a dark cloud sucking the joy out of every living thing around you. And you hurt her.
Dark cloud. That sounds unpleasantly familiar.
The ex-wife?
Those days and memories are gone.
The old soldier says nothing, but when his glance quickly runs over Gaston's face, there's an odd look in his eyes.
Still can't work him out. Can I sit yet? Maybe I can sit now. Don't know what it achieves, but...
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache.
Oh, okay, we can just do this. Twiddle thumbs.
The twiddling barely keeps your hands warm against the frigid wind blowing from the coast. After a while, you've had enough.
Think deep thoughts. We're going and talking to the guy.
You finally stop picking your nose.
Sure, sure. Not that way. Right. Let's go see Matey. Now that his door's open. Or do we? I don't know. Maybe we should wait for Kim. Kim might help us with stuff we'd otherwise miss. Fuck it. I can't decide right now. And frankly, I'm hungry. And today has to be a short one. And if I get into the dialogue, we'll be stuck there for ages. Possibly. If it's worth it, we'll be stuck there for ages. So I'm just going to call it early. And leave it in a position ready to go next time, which will be tomorrow. I'll have more time, so we'll crack on. Make some progress. And I'll decide whether or not we talk to this guy or just go to bed and do it tomorrow. Then we've got to wait another entire day. We could probably come back with Kim. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway. Apologies for the short one. Shifts are awkward. Might be that way for a bit on and off. Until some things at work resolve. But anyway. Have a good one, folks. Thank you for hanging. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.